Hey guys, it's Colin or Ezra from AirwaveMusicTV here with another video, and today we will be starting our first series, the Path of Exile series. Path of Exile is basically a free-to-play MMORPG on Steam. MMORPG stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game. Yes, I actually remember that, and I'm proud of myself for that. I have never played an MMORPG before, except for Neverwinter, but that was a really long time ago. So I have basically no experience in MMORPGs at all. I know pretty much like what characters do, and that's about it. I also want to say something about the channel intro I did about a week ago. I said that I'd be starting a new series called You Say I Play, and I realized that I do not have a screen recorder for mobile devices. The one I use right now, it does not output the videos correctly, and it creates this black and white screen that isn't pleasing to the eye, so I will not be recording Clash Royale or any mobile games until I find a screen recorder that is decent enough for your viewing pleasure. Also, I realized the flaws in putting one frag movie out per week, and that being my team does not play that good every single week, and some weeks we do not have great frags for a great frag movie. So I will try to put out frag movies whenever possible, but there will be no guarantee that there's a frag movie this week because I am pretty busy and my team is pretty busy, so we might not even practice, which is pretty sad. But that's okay, because we have Path of Exile, or as I like to call it, PO. So, this first episode, we're just going to do the character creation. We're going to discuss the characters a bit, and let's hop right in. So as you can see here, I already created a character that was yesterday, just to try out the game, see how everything worked. So everything went smoothly today. I'm actually going to delete that character, because I really don't like that character. Okay, so the Templar.
I fought, wept, and bled for God and the Order. I would have died for my Templar brothers, every single one. And how do they reward my piety, my devotion? They exile me to the land of the damned, to Rayclast. I know now that my brethren are merely God's tools. He has given me this path to walk, so I shall muster my strength and my power, and my faith. It is my shield against the darkness to come.
Okay, so the Templar are obviously a religious character in this game, and if you ever played League, religious characters such as Leona, they are super tanky, but the damage output they give is not that good. So I don't like tanky players, I like kill fast, move on kind of players. So we're not going to choose the Templar today. Shadow is the character I chose for the first character I chose.
Silence
so I
a
won't
big
choose
mouth,
him.
get a big payout, and no one was going to be the wiser. Tidy, except for one loose end. Me. I would have kept my mouth shut. Professional integrity, it's called. Unfortunately, not something my employers believed in. They raised a toast to a job well done. I drank, and the next thing I know, I'm on this stinking crate bound for exile. It's not a complete loss, I suppose. The way I hear it, there'll be plenty of work for a man of my talents in Rayclast.
Alright, so Shadow, he has a pretty good attack speed ratio. His damage output is actually really good, but his health isn't that good. And since I already played him in my first character, I know how he works. So it won't be fun if I already know and you don't. So we're not going to be choosing Shadow. And the next character will be Marauder.
I am a warrior, raised to honor my ancestors, to die with a weapon in my hand and the Karui way in my blood. Oriath chained me, made me a slave. For 3 years, I have lived without my family, my pride, my way. I welcome exile. I welcome Rayclast. Hear me, ancestors. A slave stands behind you. A warrior stands before you. And death walks at our side.
Okay, as we can see, he's already bigger than these two characters. So He's called the Marauder, and I assume so for good reason. He has this huge hammer, which I probably hope he can't swing that fast, otherwise Marauder would be pretty broken. I haven't played this guy, but in Neverwinter, the high damage output was someone similar to this guy. He has a huge weapon, meaning huge damage. Look at the way he bangs his head, it's probably a lot of health. But then the attack speed and movement speed probably isn't that good. Alright, we're not going to be choosing him either. Actually, I have a character in mind already. We'll get to character later. And the ranger.
No life can
archer.
be owned. Not a deer's, not a rabbit's, and not mine. Every creature has a birth-given right to live however it will, however it can. My right is to hunt, to feed off the wilderness in the understanding that one day the wilderness will feed off me. The fat lords of Oriath have no such understanding. They call me poacher and thief, clap me in irons and haul me like cargo into exile. No matter. I'll make the forests and mountains of Rayclast my new home. My freedom and my bow, that's all I need.
Okay, so the ranger, obviously an archer. In MMORPGs, archers, they have really good attack speed, pretty good attack damage, but their health is next to none, so we're not going to be choosing ranger today either. We'll be choosing
He had it coming.
not the duelist.
Was I supposed to bear such insults with inaction? Simply because of his high birth? If that lord sang a different tune with 6 inches of steel in his guts. Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor. I'd do the same again to anyone who crossed me. I care naught for riches, little for friendship. The duel is all I need. I may be in exile, but I will carve a road back to Oriath, one foe, one victory at a time. Ill fortune may have banished me to Rayclast, but I will live to hear them scream my name in the great arenas again.
Okay, we can see he has some sort of like fencing sword thing. Probably means high attack speed, okay damage. Probably not, because it looks pretty flimsy to me. Health, that would seem average. We're not going to be choosing a duelist, and if we're not choosing these players, we're probably going to choose this one.
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Rayclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
So the witch, I have zero idea what to expect from the witch. Will she have good damage? Will she have high health? It's completely up to her, I think. But one thing I do know for sure is she'll probably be a ranged character, which is pretty good for me, which means I can poke and strafe and kite. So, like I said, we're going to be choosing the witch, and my name, choose my YouTube name, Adlu Ezra, and in the legacy. Okay, and character is created. So I think this is a good place to end the episode for now. This has been the first episode of the Path of Exile series, or as I like to call it, the Pose series. If you like memes, like this video. If you don't like memes, like this video. If you agree to the terms and conditions, like this video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I know I said like a lot of times, but do that. Goodbye.